Here we are in the 2024 Mazda 3 Turbo all-wheel drive. I think it's called the Premium. Let me get my seatbelt on here. We don't have vented seats, but we have auto climate control, and we have a few things we need to talk about. So why don't we just go on down the road here. Quick drive. So basically, as you can see, I'm low on fuel. It's okay. They're picking this car up any minute, so I'm gonna do a quick drive. I usually have the cars for a week at a time, so in this case, what I do is I wait to the last minute to do my review because my opinion changes day by day, because I just end up in different driving situations, and I just need to be cognizant of the different experiences I have as time goes throughout the week. So in this case, we've got about 4,000 miles on this car. You can see I've got 30 miles of range left. I mean, the trip computer is pretty nice. The integration of the dials here that Mazda does is pretty slick, because if I hit info, I can change my center display. You can see on the left there, it toggles through. It has radar cruise. It's got the lane keeping assist. It's really handy to have in hardcore traffic. But in this case, we have all-wheel drive and a 2.5 liter turbo. So I've actually had to put fuel in this car during the week I had it, and I think it had cheaper fuel. I mean, like 87 octane or something, because I put 93 octane in it, and it seems to run much better. I don't know what would happen if I went to Sunoco and put in some 94 octane, but I would definitely say if you're on the performance side of driving and you get one of these, you definitely want to have higher octane fuel in it. However, I've driven the Mazda 3 hatchback, and I think that was also the all-wheel drive turbo. This is the problem right here. The automatic transmission, it really robs this car of control. If you put it in manual mode, you can use these paddles to shift, but I don't know. It just seems like the gearing is all awkward in here. And I know we have, I don't know, how many speeds do we have? 6 speeds. It would be the same on a manual. We'd have 6 speeds, but it just feels different in here. It feels like I'm missing something, and I think it's because I'm missing a clutch. And I really don't feel like this car is any special. It's like that Volkswagen Jetta GLI. The Jetta GLI had like that gutty sound, but it never really felt good because it was a front-wheel drive car. This is the same way. I really don't feel power going to the rear wheels, and I only have this sport button here, which holds the RPMs longer and keeps it in the lower gear, and it definitely feels faster at that point when I put it in sport mode. So I don't know what the deal is with sport mode, but there's no eco mode, there's no auto stop start in here, which is nice because it stays on in the, well, it's only 83 degrees right now, but it's going to be, 90, 95 degrees today. So basically the Mazda 3 is a lot of tech on a pretty decent car. And I'll tell you again and again and again, every time in a Mazda, this is a Japanese Audi. It just looks good. It feels right. The cup holders are in a good space. Like, there's a little bit of storage. There's just plenty of pep in here. And you're basically getting a pretty nice car for not having to go and pay for that German price tag, which is out of control these days because of the euro. The American dollar is not strong at all, so we end up getting caught by inflation, and part of that is the currency trade. And right now in Japan, theirs is really weak. So we're looking at a company that's in Japan, and we're looking at a car that is seemingly going to be more affordable as time goes on, especially when you compare it to those German counterparts. And I think you're going to end up with something that, in this case here, this is better than a Volkswagen GLI, if they even still make those stupid things. Who wants a front-wheel drive performance sedan, you know? But in the end, I think what we're doing here is we're driving like a decent car for a commute. We're driving a decent car for the money. And let me just make a U-turn here, but while we're waiting for the clearing, let me just look at the glove box and see if I can find the window sticker. There it is, the window sticker. 37,000. So I thought it would be like 41. So we're also paying a little extra for I don't know. So I don't know if this can even come in a manual, but I know the hatch does. And I like the sedan. The sedan is nice. It's not as cool looking as the hatch. I think, you know, I did like the Toyota Corolla hatchback because it could come with a manual, but now they killed the manual. And I think they did kill the manual out of the Mazda. I'm not too sure anymore, because, I mean, everyone changes everything all the time. So basically, if you can find a manual, get one, okay? Otherwise, this price isn't that bad at all when you compare it to something like an Audi A3, which wouldn't even have, well, Audi A3s start with front-wheel drive, and then the all-wheel drive is, like, of course, always more money. But what I'm saying is the Toyota Corolla hatch manual doesn't exist. Maybe this doesn't exist in the manual anymore. God, that would be sad. And, of course, you have other models out there like the Corolla GR and yeah, we're running low on options, as you can tell, especially at $37,000. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you just go get one of these, get a decent lease on it, get an okay finance plan on it, and then just be happy for a couple years and enjoy the drive, right? Like if I look back here, I mean, you could get vented seats. I believe that is an option on maybe the non-premium turbo version. Just get the normal one. But I think Mazda 3 really does make a lot of sense, and you really should consider the Mazda 3 for all that it's worth. And that's it. You've been watching New Car Spin. I'm Brian. This is 2024 Mazda 3. Like, subscribe, comment. Definitely let me know, do you think I'm right about the Mazda 3? For 37 grand and for the kind of power you get here and the luxury and convenience this is, I think it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Handling is good, and as far as brakes actually need to be warmed up. This is more of a track focused car, but it's not really a track car, so it feels way more driver oriented than you're expecting. It's not one of those newer feeling cars that are just like all digital and, you know, bland, you know, it feels like a dishwasher. This is definitely, you know, the steering weighs up nicely. This is for people who like to drive through canyon roads and like to take turns real hard. That's what this car is about. If you're looking for a car with light steering and, you know, 4 doors and a low payment, don't come here. But if you're looking for a car that keeps you excited and you know, you want to just be the one who drives your friends everywhere because you want to just take turns and really hard and not take turns with your friends, but take turns around corners, that's what this car does, is it gives you that like exhilarating feel every single time. And the only thing I would say is a downside are these seats. I don't think they're small, they're just a little soft. It feels like they've gone a little soft this year, like a little bit more cushy. But that's just the way it is. Like, people complain about firm seats all the time, mainly because they're not used to new cars, which the seats are firm until they're broken in. So it seems like people were complaining about firm seats on a lot of cars, and manufacturers made them softer, which means that by 100,000 miles, these might feel like garbage. Hopefully not, though. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.